You are welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cyrus, and this is Tuntum Network, where I do my research and talk about religion, politics, business, and lifestyle. Be generous to subscribe to my channel when you find it interesting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the most bizarre weekend in the politics of the world in the last 50 years. That in this 21st century, in the year 2024, where civilization is demanded of all people and countries, including tribes living in the heart of the Amazon forest, America is still inspired by the barbaric events of the past. This uncultured and barbaric way of assassinating a political opponent still has a place in the so-called first world. They attempted to take out the life of their opponent. They want to assassinate Trump, ladies and gentlemen.
What happened?
This same America that's running around the world preaching freedom of speech and belief is now behaving the opposite, and they have the audacity to call African names. Don't you know that saying one thing and doing the exact opposite is the definition of hypocrisy? After all, there is not a democratically elected president in Africa today that has experienced this level of political vitriol in the last 20 years, and I stand corrected. But this version of America is not just crude, but unacceptable from any leadership. America has sanctioned countries for staging coups and removing their political opponents. And here they are doing exact same thing. Let me ask you this. Who watches over the watchman and who supervises over the supervisor? Who will sanction America when he's caught doing the same things he has sanctioned other countries for doing? This explains why the number of their enemies continue to increase, because they have behaved exactly like their enemies and they will go scot-free. What is the point of competing when the strong can easily take the shortcut by physically eliminating their opponent? Is this going to be the new way to handle competition going forward? So America, don't come and preach democracy to us when yours needs serious help. The man Trump and his millions of followers have every right to stand up for what they believe and has every right to run for office. And you cannot tell us that it is simply some deranged or bullied person who made that decision. Nobody wants to hear that. Your decision to take him out is utterly cowardice. After all the impeachments and the lawsuits leveled against this man, the man is still standing, and it pisses you off. You don't want to see his face on the ballot paper. You rather have him die than to compete against you. You tremble at his voice and his crowd, and you suspect he's going to win. That is your fear. You fear having people with divergent worldviews. I know this won't be the last attempt on his life. I know they will do it again until they have their way. And listen, you the ordinary American citizen, or from anywhere you are watching me from, whether you like Trump's policies or not, it could easily happen to you the day someone or a group of people find your stance or worldview as problematic. So it's not just about Trump they are going to attack, but anyone who shares in his ideologies. But there is one thing we can all learn from him: choosing to stand against tyranny and not to submit to the expectations of your adversaries. He got me dumbfounded, ladies and gentlemen, when I saw the man in the face of death, after being shot in the ear, still made room for himself to pump his fist in the air. It made me want to stand up with him even the more. He is a bulldozer, the true definition of a buffalo soldier, the people's champ, still standing. They cannot defeat him, so they have to delete him. What we need to remember is this: if they have succeeded in doing this to a sitting president of America in the past, and they can do this to a former president of America today, they can surely do it to their enemies anywhere in the world. Imagine if the bullet went through his head. What would have been the situation in America this morning? I can tell you this for a fact, watching the posture of the millions of Trump followers. I strongly doubt if they will sit down and wait for investigations to end before they would move. I believe strongly there is more to this man than just being told some bullied guy who didn't want to see him win elections, attempted to take his life. And I'm again of the view that the security around him is either unprofessional or compromised. And one of these two is true. They have no excuse and no justification whatsoever for what happened. The shooter was less than 400 feet away, ladies and gentlemen. That was super close. And you want to tell us that the security didn't see him on the roof when drones and helicopters and other aerial surveillance would have been deployed to scout the whole place? The guy was on an open rooftop, not in some hidden location in a building. He was wide open and the security team couldn't make him out, ladies and gentlemen. This is the former president of America we are talking about. He's a billionaire and he's the leader of the main opposition party. And this is all the security he gets? What a shame, America. Let me turn my attention to Africa and Africans in the diaspora and for a minute. And let me also turn my attention to those who love this continent. I told you this in the previous episode, that you should be planning your return home. And I wasn't kidding you, ladies and gentlemen. What is coming won't be nice. If you want to stay and fight, then this episode is not for you. But if you want some peace of mind in the coming years, come to the motherland, no matter where you are from. We need to build our continent. We need to first break that shackles of the West from off our neck by all means necessary. And I mean every word of it. Their chickens are coming back home to roost, and you don't want to be caught up as a casualty. These people are not the standard, ladies and gentlemen. They are not. They have nothing to offer us. They have lost their way. We don't need them telling us what to do and what not to do. If they knew any better, they would have left the man alone. So start making your plans to check out. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there are many idle lands on the continent to accommodate you. Come home to where you belong, because the people behind the attack won't stop until they have their way. And the ultimate thing is for them to silence the man and his supporters. This is insane, ladies and gentlemen, and we can only pray for the best in the coming weeks for America. Be kind to subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, and leave a comment. God bless you, and I'll come your way again with another one. Until then, it's bye-bye for now.